Hey everyone, and welcome to a weekend edition, first ever. So I did a few bits for the channel. I made some thumbnails. First of all, I made some just randomly in Paint because I was just it's not a big deal and stuff. And then I used there was this I mean no promotion here, but there was an Adobe package on your phone, and it was for free. So I just used that to make thumbnails, and actually, it was really quite easy. Um, I think I might do a bit more experimental with that as time goes on. See how it goes. But at the moment, just plain color, keep it simple. You can see which color relates to different types of talks. So there's a crypto chat, random chat, um, training chat, which is what this one today is actually going to be about. Um, and another one, lifestyle chat, which is more, I don't know, like life lessons. Although I don't know how many I've got of those ones, but just maybe, yeah, just chatting shit really. Like, guess I can swear as much as I want, right? Until there's any kind of monetization, if there is ever, so you can have the free the freestyle. Yeah, so I'll probably go through afterwards and then kind of decide what what thumbnails the videos actually like have like afterwards, because sometimes I mean I write a few bits down, but at the moment it's literally just turn this thing on. I've got just an idea in my head, and then I'll just run with it for 10 minutes and then just see how it goes and where it veers off to. And I guess in a couple of the other videos it's actually gone over a few different sort of topics, so God knows what you do with thumbnails for that one. Anyway, this one I'm going to try and make it more training related. So uh, and more specifically within training, we're going to talk about stimulants, whether it be can you hear that? It's like creaky chair. Got a different setup today for the weekend sesh. On a side note, just static chairs. I just realised how much more paint like stool type chairs, for sitting in long periods, or not even long periods. Like, I mean, just set up this laptop and I'm kind of looking down at it, and God, that lower back is sticking a beat right now. Must be getting way too old for this game. Um, anyway, I was going to talk about stimulants, whether it be in the form of a pre-workout or caffeine. Over the past 10 or so years, I've dabbled in many different types of pre-workout, um, to varying degrees of success and stuff, as well as just having strong coffees. What I will say, but before going into any of them in too much detail, is that nothing's really a substitute for great sleep. If you can get however many hours it is that you need, and you feel mega relaxed, um, and you're not stressed out with work or anything like that. If you're getting that regular sleep in, chances are you're going to feel way better than someone who's not getting that and then trying to compensate with stimulants and stuff. So obviously that's your kind of like your first priority, your first port of call and stuff. Can I get just all that sleep that I need to get my sessions in? Saying that, for a lot of people, who more so really like in the working world and stuff, like I know for younger people perhaps who are still in education, just the youthful enthusiasm. Sometimes, well, there's two sides of it. Sometimes you feel like you just don't need anything at all because you have all that sort of like youthful exuberance. That's the word. You just get up and you just go, and it's just like going to smash this workout, and it's going to be awesome. And I think as you get older, everyone just wishes for that, wishes for that back really. But as you drag yourself through, well, it depends on your job as well. But for a lot of people, and a lot of people that I've come across and stuff, if you're kind of dragging yourself through a 9 to 5, even if it is a job that you really enjoy, but perhaps it just takes a hell of a lot out of you, or you have to do a lot of hours, and especially if you're starting having a family and stuff. Those of you who are blessed enough to have that, one of the flip sides is obviously like the lack of sleep going on there. And so if you're not getting that sleep, then what can you sort of do about it and stuff. And obviously the natural thing is coffee, caffeine. People seem to, especially again, like when you go into work and stuff, just people usually have that coffee in the morning, kind of get themselves kick started, and then often end up going through quite a few quite a few different cups of coffee. I mean, if you're buying it, like even if you're doing an espresso machine or something, but especially if you're buying it out and about, obviously that's it's turning into quite, because it's so habit forming and stuff. It's turning into quite a big expenditure for people and stuff. Especially as you start to feel that you can't kind of go without it and stuff. I was what I feel like was a relatively late starter, with caffeine and stuff. I didn't really quite understand what all the hype was about. I didn't used to hate any type of hot drinks and stuff. I must admit, again, as I've kind of got older, I've kind of found myself like falling back on it a little bit to try and spruce up, different workouts and stuff. Which would lead to taking quite high doses of caffeine, like a really strong coffee. Not doing it for taste at all. We're not talking like one that you go out and pay for. Even espresso, double espresso, triple espresso. We're talking like if you've got a tablespoon and stuff, getting quite a few of those going in, and just putting that hot water in and just taking it back, because you're only after it for the effect and stuff. I guess you can kind of say about the equivalent. If you're talking like bodybuilding terms and stuff, that's sort of like chicken and rice plain meal and stuff. Like, you could be having some nice fancy stuff. But at the end of the day, you're kind of just going for the effect and stuff, the scientific response in a way. Your pleasure is second, second tier. You don't really care so much about the pleasure there. And then obviously there's the pre-workout supplements, and I know I say the word supplements or trying to emphasize it there, because if you actually look at the word supplement, what does that mean? Actually, it kind of means like an addition to. And again, that's, for me, that kind of ties back into, it's not that you should be kind of like reliant on it, because you should really, that sleep is at number one and stuff. Like I said, there are circumstances where you might be feeling more tired than you'd like to, during training and stuff, and then as a short-term sort of fix, maybe it is just to get you through a few sessions. Then that's where your stimulants can come in and sort of like pick you back up in a way. But I think something I've said before is that you can't make a session that was going to be absolutely horrible because of maybe it is lack of sleep, maybe perhaps even like a lot of stress, a lot of cortisol going on. You can't magically turn that around no matter what you take and stuff. Like, it's not going to turn that suddenly into a best session, into your best session and stuff. Like, there'll be times when maybe you'll be like, oh, that wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, because because of the stimulants you've taken. But it's no substitute for for a great well rested kind of session. So if that is something that's kind of going on, sometimes it's best to acknowledge that, like, and win, save the battle to win the war. Maybe say like, oh, you know what, I need to concede this one, because it's like I could take this whole tub of caffeine or whatever it is, and it's still not gonna undo the damage that perhaps like the last late night was. Maybe you were partying or whatever. So I've got this one here. It's actually unlabeled, means it's extra potent. No, not really. The label fell off. It's actually one from Ronnie Coleman, I think it is. It's called Yeah Buddy, and just a scoop, like 3/4 of a scoop of that. And I can't again. The label's gone, so I can't actually quote any numbers there and stuff. But what I would say is it kind of helps with you get a bit of focus and you kind of get into the zone again. Everyone's kind of different the way they react to different things and stuff. Same as even with caffeine, like people respond in very different ways. You know, it's a classic kind of like even like non-responders or whatever. Um, so, and people say, for example, a tablespoon of something for you might induce severe anxiety and various other things, whereas for me that might not be the case, or or vice versa. So um, sometimes it is about a bit of like trying different things, but being aware that there's not kind of one size fits all and stuff, and that's why it's probably always best to err on the side of minimums. So don't definitely don't presume that you're the one who's going to take the big hit and stuff. So yeah, I need twice what they're actually saying I should do, and that goes the same even for caffeine and stuff. Um, and I think another point to raise is that you really don't want to be reliant or dependent on these things, because then again when you take away from that, you feel like you've got nothing nothing left, sort of thing. Whereas like if you kind of hit the underlying issue, so what's the reason why you're sort of taking it in the first place? It's like, I don't have as much energy as I want, when I hit these sessions and stuff. Rather than trying to take something, exogenously out, external, um, to try and get that effect for you and stuff. Just take a step back and look at, actually, what is there more related to me that can be done to try and address that. And to be honest, the benefits you're going to get from fixing those things could probably be way greater actually, than just by relying on the powder and stuff, as or even the coffee, the caffeine and stuff. Because again, even if when you're taking it for long periods of time, the effect of both of them will diminish. And you hear about whenever you take, let me put it this way, whenever you took it for the first time and stuff, chances are it's never really going to feel that good, unless maybe perhaps you're taking it, I don't know, once a fortnight, once every month, either a strong coffee or a pre-workout or something. But if you're doing either of them multiple times a week, multiple times a day, for some people, especially if we're talking in relation to coffee and stuff, it's no secret that it starts to not have an as big effect. I mean, look at the people who some people say, oh god, yeah, I need at least 3 coffees. It's just like, god, are you listening to into yourself? It's more a case of you kind of need to take a step back, try and see if you can get that sleep going, first and foremost, and just work through those kind of issues, as opposed to just relying on this powder to try and get you through, because it's kind of like an endless cycle and stuff. Like, it's never going to change. Do you know what I mean? You're not really, if, say for example, you are one of those people that are taking like 3 coffees, that's not going to change. If you just keep doing it, it's just not, it's not going to change at all. So you need to kind of, like I say, take a step back, reassess. I mean, I don't want to preach too much and stuff, but from my own experience and stuff, it's just more beneficial for you to, in my opinion, to just to get the rest of your shits kind of sorted out and stuff. And then there's not even a need. Do you know what I mean? There's not as much of a need for these external things, and then it does become that supplementary thing. Like, oh, maybe it's a weekend, like this weekend and stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of a stimulant. Why not? Like, as long as it doesn't spiral, don't let that thing spiral. But so I think I'll sort of wrap it up there. Just talking about just stimulants and how we all react differently to them, that there is their time and place for them, for sure. Definite, definite benefits. But don't neglect the underlying issues or the reasons why you've sought this out in the first place. Always sort of keep that in mind and keep that as your goal, to resolve that, as opposed to, I guess, masking it or covering it up, because in the long term, that's, any benefits that you were getting from the external stimulants are just kind of going to be overridden by the ignoring of the underlying issues. Cool. Right. Well, with that said, I'm going to go out and get myself some squats. Yeah. Lunges, maybe, and probably some dumbbell chest press. All right. Take it easy.